Alright, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Caveman. So we're back from the trip, and thank you all for showing the love and the support from my last video. Times are changing really quickly. We're doing this together as a family, and you know, for those of you who are new here, feel free to hit subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it, or if you feel it helps you. Leave a comment if you have any questions about the last one, this one. You know what. Figured I'd shoot a quick video today because I've been getting lots of questions, lots of DMs about, well, what headphones are you using? You know, what are your DACs? You know, that kind of thing. What are you using to, you know, what replaced your studio? That kind of thing. I figured I'm gonna shoot a quick one. So the next clip is going to be I shot it on the trip, and then I have another one which replaced my studio that I'm working out at the kitchen, and cut to that after. So I'm just gonna quickly whip through the rig because there's not much to it. This is the one that I take on the road. It's my Mac. This is my HD 650s, which everyone has. This is the Apollo X4. I had the previous Twin Mark II. The X4 just sounded a little bit better. It's got better clocks, got a little bit better converters, but I think it's the clocks that really did it. It's still a not so good interface for like mastering, but you know, like I said, this is my mobile rig. I usually use it to mix, not really master, but I've gotten away with it a few times. Now this is my secret weapon. This is an analog circuit that creates a room. So I can bring a room in my backpack, as you can see. It's a pretty hefty unit. But yeah, that's about it, man. As you can see, I'm working on a track right now, overlooking this view. And yeah, it's pretty great. Life is pretty great these days. Alright. It's the moment we've been waiting for. This is the rig that replaced Sky Harbor Studios, and it's located in my kitchen. So when Ferne is cooking, I am cooking as well. So as you guys know, Symphonies has been around for a really long time, since the dinosaurs. Now they have the new Symphonies, so I had the option to test this Symphony I've had for many years. This is a sound that I'm used to, so I kind of keep it as a benchmark when I'm testing other ADDAs, in this case the D-Box Plus. I was shooting out the Symphony Mark II, the Thunderbolt version. I liked this better. This had a smoother sound to my ears. And in the genres that I'm working in, I like to clip converters still. So that is still a thing that I do. I also like to do summing. So the D-Box Plus has a little summing section right here, and you can monitor your summing directly in the analog circuit before it hits the converter. So it's very nice to be able to do that. It's very convenient. But yeah, the outputs come out of the Symphony, feeds into the Dangerous, and then it gets re-recorded back into the Symphony while everything is being monitored through the Dangerous. And the DA is actually really surprisingly good, considering, you know, they make their own separate DA unit, but they put one in here as a different chip. But I quite like this one too. So it's nice to bounce between this very spacious sounding DA, and has a nice upper mid bump, and then bouncing between, you know, softer, more forgiving sound, and then that kind of thing to check between mixes. This is the Phonitor 2. So as you saw in my previous video, for mastering, personally for me, I need a room still. So this is just a more advanced version of the Phonitor Mini that I have for my on-the-go rig. This one gives you a little bit more crosstalk angles, crosstalk severity, and it also allows you to adjust the phantom center. And what that means, I mean, you can bypass the circuit if you like. But what that means is if you have a cold, for example, this helped me recently, and your hearing is suffering on one side, what you can do is you can actually tilt the level such that you can then offset the center and bring it back to the middle here, and then turn up the gain to make up for the overall loss in level. And then that's it. You can mix on a cold with headphones in a room that is airtight. I don't know, I feel like I'm selling this thing, but this is what I use. You guys can go use whatever you want. Speaking of summings, when I'm stem mastering, I send stems out from here into my Dangerous. Here is very clean and spacious, what Dangerous is known for. But sometimes if I want something that's more, you know, hip hop in your face, I can send it to my SSL6, which is a desktop console. I got a little TC metering bridge thingy-majig. To be honest, kind of a show for my clients. I don't really use metering much. I use my ears. And finally, speaking of ears, let's bring down these heavyweights here to show you guys. Working in very small cubby spaces. But this is the Audeze LCD-X. It's recommended to me by many mastering folk. And this is the legendary HD800S. I have a very interesting relationship with this headphones, and it has been modified, as you can see. But I'll make a completely separate video regarding my headphones specifically, and how planars and dynamic drivers have their pros and cons, and how it's probably a good idea to get both, and why I chose these specific models. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. Like I said, I'm probably gonna have to make a whole bunch of separate videos dedicated to each section and why I made those choices. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, subscribe, because with mastering especially, it's not about, you know, one item in the chain. It's the sum of all the parts. So if you have a weak link somewhere, it's just gonna, the whole chain is just gonna fall apart, right? So make sure you watch every single one of the videos that I put out. I try to keep them short, I try to keep them concise, and I try to only tell you shit that matters, because I know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I just wanna go enjoy the sunshine outside. So get outside, do some stretches, make sure you wear a mask, social distance, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Caveman out.